I'm Steve Randall, currently an Alaska Airlines captain on the 737, but this is the fun machine.
There we go.
This is my 1951 DeHavilland Chipmunk, and this was with the Royal Air Force from 1951 to 1996. From 51 to 79, it trained basic training and basic aerobatics for Royal Air Force pilots. And then in 1979, it was given over to the Air Experience flights to take air cadets on 30-minute experience flights. So it did that from 79 to 96. 96 it was surplus, and it was said...
Pause one, we'll film the Navion noise. Yes, sir. Take one. I'll be in this room. Oh, okay. Okay? Carry on.
So then 96 it was sold for surplus, came to Canada in a box, put back together, sold to various people in the US, ended up with me. I have a love affair with this because this was my first airplane, the first airplane I flew in.
So you were in the Royal Air Force?
I wasn't, I was a wannabe. I wanted to be, and
okay.
They said...
I see, yes.
And I said,
Those
okay,
aren't
well
just
I'll
sunglasses,
go.
right.
These are not just sunglasses, no. And so this is not a money-making scheme. This is a scheme to keep this airworthy and keep it come into places like Oshkosh.
Do you have any concept how many students learn to fly in this thing?
A lot, because funny enough, I started a website and I started to put photos up, and more people saw it, and I have received so many messages and pictures of logbooks from pilots, both in the military and cadets, that said, this was my first airplane. Like, well, if you can make it to California, which is where this one is about to fly to, then you can come back up in it again.
Now this is a trainer, typically not known for long range.
It is not known for long range.
And what's it going to take you to get this thing back to wherever in California you're going?
We're going to Thermal in California, which is just to the east of Palm Springs. It will take about 3 days without any weather delays. About 20 hours of flying time, and it's a 2-hour hops is the max. It's about between an hour and a half and 2 hours per. So we'll do a lot of flying in the next 3 days. We have to go down towards Santa Fe to get through the mountains. This one only goes up to about 10,000. Just.
Right.
And so we have to pop over the mountains, and then we head over to California.
And how many years, because I've seen it, have you brought it here?
This is actually, this is the second actual time it arrived. It's arrived on the field.
Okay.
It did come up 4 years ago. I tried to bring it here, but it broke down 100 miles south at Poplar Grove.
Oh, Poplar Grove. That's a good place to break down.
It's a great place to break down. And so they put new magnetos on for me, took out the old ones, put more modern ones on.
And on that, because you see this little thin vertical cowling, I'm going to go around this way. What is that motor up there?
Well, that is a Gypsy Major, a upside down inverted inline 4.
I have heard of these. I don't know that I've actually ever seen one.
Yeah,
about a lot of airplanes.
About a 145 horsepower. Basically, four cylinders.
Vertical inverted valves on the bottom.
Exactly.
Crank on the top.
Crank on the top, and the crank on the top is to keep some prop clearance.
Yeah.
So that's good. It also, because it's upside down, it's self-lubricating. Because oil pours everywhere, and so the Aero Show and Phillips people love us because we
you go buy cases at the show.
We buy cases of oil. We have gold member accounts with the oil people. So it's actually referred to as the Dripsy Major because it does drip oil quite a lot. But no, it uses about a quart every 2 hours or so.
Wow.
But that's how it works, and it keeps on running.
It's a cool little nameplate here. That's cool.
Very hard to get parts for these, but we have a good group of people, and we have a collection of spares. And when parts become available, one of us will grab it and keep it until somebody else needs it.
How many of these are flying?
Well, that's a question that I don't know if I can answer. There were 1,000 made. There's probably, I'm going to guess, maybe in the world 150 airworthy flying. In stock, maybe 70.
US?
US maybe 30.
Okay.
But of course, including the Super Chipmunk, which is this with, you know, the same as Nathan Hammond has and various others, and with the Lycoming up front.
And so I'm hearing an accent.
There was an accent.
You are from where?
The UK. From
the UK.
From the UK, half my life in the UK and half my life with my North Carolina bride in the US.
Awesome.
So that's why we live here.
And you found your UK historical aircraft in the US.
I found this in Pennsylvania. I wasn't looking for it. It found me, and I went out to see it. And the partnership of three, one lost their medical, one moved away, and the other guy is like, I can't do this on my own. So I wandered into the hangar and said, I'll do it.
So you got this thing, a not very fast airplane, all the way from California to Oshkosh. There's a whole bunch of people watching who are watching because they're not here.
Yes.
What do you want to tell them?
I want to tell them about Oshkosh.
Yes.
Okay. As good of a videographer as you are, and I'm sure you're very good, you cannot capture this. You cannot see this. It is incredible, spectacular. You will never have an experience like this, even if you have a slither of interest in aviation. Actually, it's funny. Every time I keep coming back here, and it becomes less and less about the aeroplanes, more and more about the people. You bump into the same people, and you start talking, and you socialize. I've got a network of friends purely because of Oshkosh. You have to come. There's no other way to say it. You cannot experience it through a lens. As good as you are.
No, that's our message. We're getting people. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you.
Enjoy your flight home.
Have a good one.
Did we drop?